for women, it's so tough because it's like, dang, like, shout out to you, because that's what we want. Like, we want men to step up and say, no, like, women are important and we should respect them and all of the things. But it's very nuanced when it comes to a place like Magic City, especially in a city like Atlanta.
Let me ask you a question though. And this is a conversation I've been having in my group chats. Shout out to the group chats. If you were going to a game and you had a niece or a daughter with you, how would you explain Magic City to them, and would it make you uncomfortable?
Rodney, the Atlanta Hawks, we know, are hosting Magic City Night. This has made
your squad, your team, your family.
This has created like shockwaves across Atlanta, across all of the sports world for some reason. And that is because Spurs center Luke Kornet has come out with this desperate plea for the Atlanta Hawks to not do this when they host the Orlando Magic on March 16th. Did you see his plea, and what did you make of it? And then the Hawks deciding, yeah, forget what you're talking about, we still gonna do it.
How you talking from outside Magic City? You can't even get in. Luke Kornet, why are you in people's business? He's not even in this game. Why you care? You're not even a part of this experience. Mind your business. You're not Atlanta born and bred. You don't know about the culture of Magic City. You don't understand the careers that Magic City has birthed, the cultural moments and movements that have come out of Magic City. Those who don't know, I lived in Atlanta for a number of years, and my best friend was the manager at Magic City. So my formative years in Atlanta, I spent ample amounts of time in Magic City. And it's more than a strip club, okay? It's more than just booties clapping. It's fine dining. It's business deals being brokered. It's a place where artists go to break records. It's a place of fellowship. And if you haven't ever really experienced it, or if you're not immersed in our culture, then you might not understand why it's important to talk glowingly about an establishment that has been around as long as Magic has. Magic is also from Jersey, by the way. Uncle Magic, shout out. You're not a part of this, so mind your business.
Not the formative years in Atlanta.
So why? I got a son. You see what it is with me, baby. Shooter.
As somebody that was born and raised in Atlanta, the East Side, actually, to be exact, like all of the things that you just said, yes, Magic City is so like intertwined in the culture of the city. Like, it just embodies like really what Atlanta stands for. Like you mentioned, the music, the women, the food, all of the things. But unfortunately, it's like, I've never been to Magic City, and I don't know the inner workings. I have never been to Magic City.
You ain't from Atlanta no more.
I left Atlanta at 18 and I really didn't look back. But anyways, but yes, so I've never been to Magic City, and I don't really know the inner workings of like strip clubs.
First of all, you're not going to say you ain't never look back. You was in them podunk ass country towns. Don't be talking about Atlanta like you was out there living okay in Dubai.
But I was following my dream, so it was never like, I mean, of course, yes, at some point I did want to go back, but it just never happened. Anyways, I'm not a big strip club person. I've actually been to one strip club, and that was like a couple of years ago here in Detroit, oddly enough. So I don't really know like the inner workings of the strip club, but you hear the stories, right? Like, you hear the stories of women that do this type of work. So I can see both sides of it. I can see where the Hawks are like, okay, we're playing the Magic, and let's do this big celebration. We know that the Magic City just had a documentary that was released that was really, really good. Drake was actually, I think, an EP on that. That's funny. And so they're trying to like really hype up this monumental establishment that means so much to the city. And I have like family members who are like season ticket holders who are always going to Hawks games. And they were saying that the tickets were like $1,500 or more. That's crazy. But yes, I can see both sides of this argument. I can see where he's like, look, there has been a lot of horror stories that have come out of women that work in these types of places, maybe, or sex workers. And so maybe we shouldn't be highlighting that. And so I can see both sides of it, Rodney. I'm sorry.
Yeah, great. I love the fact that you have perspective. So when you talk about these types of establishments, you got to differentiate and separate Magic City from the pack, because it is different. I'm telling you, there are so many women who have benefited from Magic City being in
agree.
existence. I'm talking about women who have graduated from prominent institutions like Spelman and Clark Atlanta, Georgia State University, Georgia Tech University. Magic City, in addition to being a cultural hub and a cultural staple, has also birthed careers, and not just for women of the night, not just for sex workers, but we have had so many conversations over the years about the evolution of what women can be in society. Why not highlight a place that has given opportunities for women to utilize who they are, what they have, to gain financially, and to make themselves and their families better off. That is a place where so much money filters through. There are women in it that have come from Magic City who are now doctors, lawyers, realtors, stay-at-home moms who really have made so much money in that establishment that it allowed them a luxury of chasing a dream so much bigger than anybody can normally attach or associate to somebody who was a traditional stripper. Beyond that, there's only one city in all of the continental U.S. Maybe you could say Houston, but really there's one city, and that's Atlanta, that could get this off, right? Like, I've been to Atlanta Hawks games. They barely are for children as currently constructed. Atlanta Hawks games are like the club. It's like
the
going
Falcons
to compound
games too. Like, it's kind of crazy.
It's a different culture. It's not this ain't Utah, fam. This ain't San Antonio where you take your kids to the game. This is a different hub. It's a different landing spot. And if you're not a part of it, because you're not playing in the game, because you're not never been a member of the Atlanta Hawks, as far as I can remember, then shut up. Okay? Let that city have this moment. Let this establishment have this moment. And listen, as a former patron who never had to pay for the experience, Magic City afforded me many a great day and night. I've had brunch and dinner all in the same day at Magic City. And so you just shut up. You shut your mouth, Luke.
And we just had John Wall on the show, and, he was still raving about the wings. So I do have the actual... I don't even know what you want to call this essay.
We're not reading all the Luke Kornet. We ain't talking about
I didn't want to read all of it, but I'm just going to read some little points. So he says, okay. I would like to respectfully ask that the Atlanta Hawks cancel this promotional night with Magic City. The NBA should desire to protect and esteem women, many of whom work diligently every day to make this the best basketball league in the world. We should promote an atmosphere that is protective and respectful of the daughters, wives, sisters, mothers, and partners that we know and love. And then he asked, for fans to petition the Atlanta Hawks to cancel the event and ensure that the NBA remains a safe, respectful, and welcoming environment for everyone involved. And that, it just has people torn, especially women. Because it's like, I think for women, it's like, dang.
You know what I didn't see Luke talk about?
What?
I ain't hear him issue no statement about the war in Iran. I ain't hear him issue no statement about George Floyd. I ain't hear him issue no statement about ICE and the unfair deportation of...
We don't know.
I haven't...
Okay.
We would know. If you a freedom fighter like that, like... And granted, everybody has their battle. Everybody can't be a soldier in every war. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. But I'm just saying, like, right now in this time, there are so many things going on Earth that this particular moment is small potatoes in comparison to what we're dealing with and going up against right now. And so I'm wondering why Luke is so passionate about this. I would love to see the inner workings of Luke's personal life and his relationships, past and present, so I can have a better understanding of his commitment to these words. What does it truly stem from?
Yeah. And the Hawks have come out and said that there will not be any strippers working the game. And maybe the Atlanta Hawks need to just come out and, I don't know, reiterate what this night is supposed to mean, right? Like maybe they should do some big promotional video or something where they can talk about, we are celebrating not just Magic City, but just really the culture of Atlanta in this night. And we thought that it would be a good time to do that when we play the Orlando Magic in a play on Magic City. Like maybe they should get like some people who were in the documentary, some big name people from Atlanta to come out and just say, like, this is what Magic City means to me. It's not just all about the strippers. It's bigger than that.
Also, Luke's statement implies that there was some, like, you read something. He said that they were an environment that respects and protects women. And
Mm-hmm.
you don't know that the women that have come through Magic City, whether as patrons or workers, have been disrespected and haven't been protected. That's a projection
Well, we've
based
only
on.
seen, right. And in the documentary, we have seen there was a time when Magic was locked up and there was new management. And maybe like there was like a pay disparity and we saw that there was lawsuits. I think that was the only thing that I am aware of regarding women not being treated fairly in that space. But I don't know if he's just talking about I don't know if he sees strip club and then he's thinking about strip clubs just across the board. And like I said, we have unfortunately heard horror stories in which women were disrespected and harassed and assaulted in those spaces. And so I don't, it's like I said, it's for women, it's so tough because it's like, dang, like, shout out to you because that's what we want. Like, we want men to step up and say, no, like, women are important and we should respect them and all of the things. But it's very nuanced when it comes to a place like Magic City, especially in a city like Atlanta.
Protecting women also includes allowing women to do what they want to do with their bodies. Right. And if that establishment allows women to be in a safe space to use what they have to get something that they need, then I think that's to be celebrated. Let me ask you a question, though. And this is a conversation I've been having in my group chats. Shout out to the group chats. If you were going to a game and you had a niece or a daughter with you, how would you explain Magic City to them? And would it make you uncomfortable?
We're honoring Magic City, but what imagery is going to be of, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, what are we going to see of the actual inside of the club? Like, are they just going to maybe have like Magic City, like things around just like the logo? Or are we actually going to see like,
you're not
like
seeing
stripper imagery is what I'm trying to say. But I mean, honestly, like, I feel like if I had like any of my cousins that are like in their late teens, I'm sure they probably seen all of this. I'm sure they probably even watched P-Valley. Hell, I mean, it's a different day and age.
It is. How would you explain it though? If you have like an 8 or 9-year-old niece, cousin, whatever, how would you explain to them what Magic City is?
I don't know. I mean, 8 or 9, like, I don't know how I would describe the club. It's a club where music is being played, but women are also. See, that's what I'm saying, Rodney. Like, if you had a daughter that was 9, would you even want to explain that to them at that age? Or would you maybe try to avoid it until they're a little bit older?
The way that I parent is the way that I parent. I explained to my son what a lot of things were that some people felt were out of his age bracket when he was around that age, because I knew that by virtue of having technology in his hand early, which I hated the fact that his mom gave him a cell phone so young, I knew that he had access to it. And without a guardian explaining to him what some things were, he could internalize it and have a misrepresentation or misunderstanding of what these things actually are. So I'm a proponent of getting ahead of the curve and talking about these things, explaining these things, rather than waiting and acting like it's not possible for him to be exposed to this sort of information and intel. But that's the way that I approach parenting. Everybody can do whatever the hell they want. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be an empty nester. I done won the race already. But yeah, man, whatever, it is what it is. People are gonna be mad. People are gonna be happy. It's a cultural staple. But for me, there was a young lady who worked at Magic City back in my days, hanging out at Magic, man. Butterfly, we used to call her. She had a butterfly behind her, and I haven't seen her in a long time. And man, she was so cool. She was so beautiful. Butterfly, wherever you are, I hope you are flapping happily, and that life is treating you kindly. And it's those kinds of people, it's those kinds of relationships that make honoring Magic City imperative. It's those kinds of connections and bonds that really forge and fortify what Magic City has been to so many people. Amen. You all let us know your thoughts on the Atlanta Hawks celebrating Magic City. Do you think it's inappropriate, or do you think it's important to highlight cultural staples within the city of Atlanta? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.
And if you're going to be in the city on March 16th, please let us know if you're paying the $1,500 to be in the building. Because I don't think that the Hawks tickets have been that high in years. But I'm curious to know that as well. Drop that down in the comments. And also, please go and sign up for our newsletter. The link is in the description box. We still have it. We're still keeping you up to date on all the things happening in sports. Thank you.
Butterfly, miss you, girl. You special. You special.